sometimes the winter is a hard season to get through. The days are short and the darkness can seem to last forever. But sometimes we just need to turn up the music and check in on our friends. Here's Tracey Quint with her speech entitled Overcoming the Winter Darkness.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this was a really hard speech for me to write. It just seemed like no matter how hard I dug into my brain or how hard I thought, I just couldn't figure out what I was gonna talk about tonight. So I was listening to my Spotify in my car at an obnoxiously low level, letting my songs go through their shuffle, the random that I have them on. And one song that particularly popped up, and I started listening to it, there's a song called Overcome by Nothing But Thieves, is the band name. And it's the #1 song on my Spotify Wrapped from last year. And that's an embarrassingly large number of times that I listened to this song last year. I won't admit to it, but why not? It's got an upbeat sound, the tune is really catchy, and it's got a really badass guitar solo in the middle of it. So, why wouldn't you listen to it? Well, and we all know that in order to beat the Killers out for my top spot, it had to be a good song. But it goes a little bit deeper than that even. If you know me, you know that I tend to dissect the lyrics of songs like a 7th grade frog in your biology class. And that's what hit me about this one. The song itself is about being stuck in a really hard time and feeling alone, disconnected, hopeless, but being able to find a light and pulling yourself out of that dark and coming out on the other side. So if you've been around a while, you also know that I'm not afraid to talk about what I've lovingly come to call my issues, my alphabet soup of issues, my ADHD, PTSD, SAD, you know, the list goes on. I've got it, it's fine. So I'm sorry for all the overshares over the years that you guys have had to hear about me, but we're gonna move on past that for now. I'm not gonna lie, this year's been a tough one for me, especially this winter with the short days, long nights, feels like never-ending darkness, kind of puts a shadow over your mental health sometimes, and that's okay sometimes. But sometimes when that feeling hits, things that you're passionate about and things that you think are fun, suddenly they're not bringing you joy anymore. And things that you usually take pride in because you're really good at them, you just can't find the gumption to take pride in those anymore. Some days, it's a struggle to get out of bed and just brush your hair in the morning. And that's why this song spoke to me so well. See, with a lot of motivational songs, they're talking about, you can do anything. Heck, you can move a mountain if you want. I don't want to move a mountain. I just want to get through the day without crying. Or committing manslaughter. Part of the chorus in the song says, we don't always get all that we want. Redefine the pain to something more, and we shall overcome, as we've done before. See, the song is saying, yes, it's hard. Life is hard. But we've been there before. And you've gone through this before. This pain's gonna be worth it eventually, and you're gonna get through this. You overcame it then, you're gonna overcome it now. Sometimes I don't need a motivation to rule the world. You just need a little extra push to get through the day. So this song reminds me of something that my counselor told me one time. And I'm not afraid to admit that I do see one. I've seen the same one for quite a few years, so she's seen me through some rough patches. And one day I was going through an especially hard time, and she looked at me and said, Tracey, look at everything that you've gotten through. You've made it through some really hard shit, and you've come out on the other side, and you've accomplished a lot since then. This will not be what breaks you. And that's what this song reminds me of. Life is not always rainbows and butterflies. It gets hard sometimes. But let's jump over to the bridge of the song now. The singer of the song sings about reaching through the divide and leaning into the moment. And then he finishes the song by saying, we're gonna shake off the darkness and harness the light. Don't you just love that imagery? It's like telling somebody it's okay to not be okay. You know, it's okay to reach out and ask for help. Let somebody else help you pull out of that darkness. And if you feel okay, it's okay to reach out to someone who might not be feeling okay. Guys, we live in South Dakota. This is a place with the most dull, bleak winters that most people have ever seen. Reach out to your friends, lean into the moment and check on your friends, and help somebody else shake off their darkness. For now, let's try to remember, winter won't last forever. Summer will eventually come, even though we are in South Dakota. The sun will shine, and we will overcome as we've done before. Thank you.